Hi everyone, I am Sailor Solitaire. Welcome to my channel. Thank you everyone for tuning in for your August 2017 tarot reading. So happy birthday to Leo suns, as well as some of you early Virgo babies out there as well. Very fiery, explosive month. Can be a bit much for some people, so be careful not to overdo things, over exaggerate, overcompensate, overestimate, overcommit. Just don't overdo it. Keep an eye on the big picture, take a deep breath, keep it flexible, keep it loose, but don't forget to work hard. Don't forget to watch your other signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, etc., to have a more complete picture of what's in store for you for the rest of the month. If you don't know what your other signs are, I have made a video explaining how to find exactly that. I will link it in the description below, and I'll also provide a link that you can click on at the end of this video. So keep an eye out for that, or just skip right to the end if you're interested in knowing what your other signs are. I recently hit 1K, so thank you everyone for subscribing. Thank you for those who are commenting on my videos and who regularly watch. Thanks so much. I love you guys so much. So let's get right to your reading, guys. Okay, Cancers, let's get right to your reading. Cancer season is over. We do have Venus in Cancer for a little bit, so hopefully you guys are not too affected by this energy. I feel like it can be a roller coaster for everybody, but particularly Cancers who are already, sensitive to what's going on in the world. So I hope that you guys are feeling safe, feeling secure, and that you're keeping your emotions in check. So the first card for you, Cancer, is giving the overall energies at play for this month. We have Nine of Swords in the reverse position. So this Nine of Swords in the reverse position is a really good sign. It's a really good card. This means, or this usually indicates, a break, a relief from extreme, or not extreme, but a break from anguish, a break from all this, mental anxiety from these. It's almost like when this card is upright, it's like paranoia, and it's almost like, you guys are feeling troubled by the world, feeling overwhelmed. And so when this card shows up reverse to me in this deck, it indicates finally getting over that. So that's really good, actually. You guys are hopefully mastering your thoughts a little bit more, and you guys are taking control of how you think, and you're controlling your feelings. And you guys are, maybe something did happen, maybe you just needed some answers and you went out and got them, and so now you have a bit more security, a bit more assurance, possibly closure for some of you who are dealing with falling outs or breakups of that kind, or maybe some of you have been have had to say goodbye to some people for whatever reason, and you've been worrying, you've been blaming yourself for something, and there's just a lot of negative feelings associated with this Nine of Swords: guilt, shame, fear, a lot of worry as well. And so in the reverse position, this is like you guys are healing, you guys are moving on, and you guys can finally get a little bit of rest. You guys can, maybe you haven't been sleeping that well recently, and now finally, something has just been lifted off your chest. You've gotten something off your chest, or a weight has been lifted off your shoulders, and you guys are able to sleep better at night. You guys are feeling lighter, and you guys are feeling healed in some way. So really good. Let's see what your next card is. This is something that you Cancers may be missing. This is something that you should take note of. And so we have Death in reverse. Okay, so So for some of you, this unfortunately could be, a real mourning that you had to do. And I feel like, time is slowly healing, but I feel like you still need to accept, and internalize, or I feel like it hasn't really hit you yet, and you're slowly starting to do that. Now, for most of you, this death card is purely metaphorical and symbolic, and this death card in the tarot, this is a major arcana card, so this is something that that hits you close to home. This is something that you feel that you can't really ignore. It's there, and you feel it. You feel this energy. And so this death card in reverse, or first of all, this death card symbolizes major change, major transformation. Maybe something unknown to you was revealed to you, and you had to face something that you thought you never would have to. And when this death card comes reversed, it could indicate, a struggle still to release that. So again, I do feel like you are healing, you're sleeping better, and your mind is not as worried and not as weighed down with negative thoughts and with negative feelings as well. You guys can kind of, you guys aren't fully focused on that. That's not the center of your attention. But I do feel like still there's some, remnants, some residual energies that you need to deal with. And because this death in reverse can indicate a refusal to really move on. So I feel like maybe you guys have healed, like you guys are healing, and you guys, you Cancers, you guys can process it in your head. You guys have dealt with the emotions, but now that you've accepted it, you need to take those steps to move forward. So it's like you want to stay in that phase of mourning, stay in that phase of, being sad and looking at this like a loss, when, it's time now. Your wounds are healing. It's time now for you to start making those steps forward so that you can move into the next phase. When something is taken away, something else is given, something better for you. So you're accepting the fact that something has been taken away from you. A major change has happened, but now it's time for you to move on to the blessing that's coming. So something was taken away, and now you will be blessed with something good, something better for you. But you have to, first officially say goodbye to what is leaving you, what is not meant for you. I do feel like for some of you, this could just be like a chapter in your life, and you guys, you Cancers this could be like, it doesn't have to be a bad thing that's going on. This could be a promotion, or moving to the next step with someone you're in a relationship with, or moving out of the house, something major. And you've been worrying, you've been stressing about it, and that's where this Knight of Swords comes in. You guys have been really paranoid, really letting your imagination run wild, and you're just constantly worrying about what could happen. And now that it's kind of coming closer and closer, or you guys are, enough time has passed that you're kind of getting used to it now, getting used to the idea of this major change, you can sleep a little bit better, and you guys aren't totally stressed out about it anymore, maybe because you have gone through, all the worst case scenarios, and you've been preparing for them, making plans and contingency plans. So now you're like, okay, I'm prepared, and you're ready. But at the same time, with this death card in reverse, you need to fully accept what's going to happen next and be more confident in what's happening. Don't just say that you're prepared because you've thought of all the worst case scenarios. You know that you are capable of what's coming. You are talented enough and strong enough to handle whatever's coming, and you're made for whatever is coming. So once you fully internalize that, and you embrace the change that's happening, and accept that this is perfect and this is right for you at this time, then I feel like then you will be able to really go through that massive change and develop and grow as a person, and as a partner, as an employee, or as in your career, whatever this major change is. And I do feel like this is major. All right, so the next card is And this is general advice for you Cancers. Two of Pentacles in the reverse position. Okay, so I feel like this major change comes with some minor changes in your everyday life, in your habits, in your everyday routine. And, I feel like it's going to be a bit difficult for you to adjust. Obviously, with every change, there's going to be some adjustments that need to be made. So I do feel like as this Two of Pentacles is in your advice position, advice spot, I do feel like you Cancers need to be careful about taking on too much. This Two of Pentacles is all about balance, but when it comes reverse, it could indicate kind of just having too much on your plate and skating on thin ice. Not in the traditional sense, but it's like you guys are, no matter how capable and how graceful and how delicate you can be, skating on that ice, if the ice itself is too thin, you will fall through. It's not even like, you guys could have prevented it from, doing anything. And it's not like you guys were slacking in any way. It's just the order of things is just natural for these systems, for your work and home life balance to be kind of at odds with each other, to be demanding a lot from you. And so try to say no to things that may overwhelm you. So we do have the Nine of Swords in reverse, and this indicates, a tendency towards worrying. And so I feel like in order for you to, not go back to that phase, those sleepless nights and stuff like that, you want to be making sure that you are taking on the change slowly. You're not taking on too much too soon, because you don't want to go back to that place where you are worrying yourself sick. It's not a good place to be. And so, accept the change that's coming to you, embrace it. You are capable, but don't take on too much. Okay, so the outcome card for you Cancers is this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so all these cards are in reverse. I do feel like, again, this further just supports the Two of Pentacles energy. Don't take on too much, because now is not the time. You're going through a major change, and so it may be, that you are going through this cycle, the beginning of something new, but you don't want to be adding something else. You don't want to be taking on too much, grabbing more things and adding more to your plate. Just focus on what's coming now, because it's not a good time to be starting anything new other than the thing that is starting. And I do feel like this is something that has been a long time coming, because this Nine of Pentacles is indicating, that you have been worrying about this. You guys have been thinking about this, obsessing even over this for a long time now, and finally you're just starting to ease your mind into this change. But don't overdo it. Jupiter is in Libra. Don't overdo things. Don't overcommit. Don't overwhelm yourselves. And with this Ace of Pentacles, this is saying, don't start new things. Just continue on what's happening now. You don't want to be, you don't want to be overwhelming yourself. That's the main message here. It's not a good time. The ground that you are on is, it's already kind of reached its maximum in a sense. Obviously, you always want to be expanding, always want to be growing. But when you water a plant too much, it'll drown. And you don't want to be drowning. Just focus on what's at play right now, what's going on for you now. Because it will be, again, a major change. It will be major. So don't try to add all these other little things to it. It won't go well. And just focus on doing what you're doing now with this major change. Focus on making it the best that you can be, instead of trying to spread yourself too thin. So guys, I hope that you guys found that reading helpful. I hope that you guys are now maybe a little calmer, maybe a little bit more excited, maybe more aware. I hope that you enjoyed that reading and that you found some things to resonate with you. Again, don't forget to watch your other signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, etc. The link will be at the end of the video if you don't already know what your other signs are. And don't forget to watch your mid-August readings, which I'll be posting towards the middle of the month. Until then, don't forget to keep smiling and to always remember just how amazing you are. I love you guys so very much. Thanks again for helping me get to that 1K. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. And if you liked this reading at all, then please give this video a thumbs up. It would really mean a lot to me. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Love you. Cause I need